what we wear plays a really important role in walking our spiritual path. When we choose to wear white, or when we take vows of renunciation, sanyas, become monks or nuns and we wear saffron, it's not just about the fabric. It's actually about a statement to ourself every time we look down and we see this color. It's about a statement that we are projecting into the world about what are my values? What are my priorities? What are my ethics? When I get dressed every day, am I looking to showcase the physical sensuousness of my curves? Or am I looking to dress in a way that reminds me and that reminds others? Yes, I have a body, but actually I'm soul, I'm spirit, I'm consciousness, I'm truth. I'm not that which keeps changing. I'm not that which gains a few pounds, loses a few pounds, gets pimples, gets wrinkles. I am that which is unchanging. I am that pure consciousness. I am that pure divinity. And so, of course, that is true regardless of what you wear. The clothes don't change that. But in the minds of us as human beings, if I look down and I see myself in a tiny little mini skirt and a really, tight little top, I'm going to look down and chances are I'm going to say, oh, looking nice today. The first thing that's going to come to me is not soul, spirit, divinity, purity. First thing that's going to come to me is, hips, waist, bust, gained a few pounds, lost a few pounds, looking good, not looking so good. When I see my reflection in a mirror again, it's going to be that, looking good, not looking good. But when I wear a color of white, for example, when I wear the flowing, beautiful clothes that so many spiritual aspirants wear, that we encourage yoga students to wear, of white, as you look down, as you look in a reflection, as you look in a mirror, it reminds you, oh yeah, I am consciousness. I am truth. I am purity. I am spirit. I am soul. I have a body, beautiful body, a miraculous body, an exquisite body. And I have chosen to adorn this exquisite body in a color that reflects the very truth of who I am, not just what my curves happen to look like today. And I've chosen to project into the world that identification of self as soul, as spirit, as truth, as purity, as the spiritual aspirant. And that's what the color of white means. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a renunciant. Doesn't mean you have to be celibate. Doesn't mean that you can't ever go to the movies or have a good time or go to parties or have friends. Doesn't even mean that you have to wear it every day. But what it just means is that when you are getting dressed in the morning, that you are aware, that you remember, I'm not just the body. It's not just about what can I wear that will highlight my cleavage, or what can I wear that will hide my cleavage, but what can I wear that actually is as close of an accurate symbol of how I identify. And how I identify, the more we grow and unfold and blossom on our spiritual path, is as light, as soul, as divinity, as purity, as consciousness, rather than as body. The more I focus on body, the more it takes me away from the truth of who I am. So we love our bodies. We celebrate our bodies, we take care of our bodies, we thank the divine for our bodies. But you don't want to spend too much time and energy focusing on identifying as the body, because it pulls you away from the true identification of who you are. And if you focus on the body, there are going to be days that you say, oh God, I look great. And then there are days that you're going to go, oh my God, I look awful. And you may feel great the days you think you look great. And then you're going to feel awful the days that you think you look awful. And you're going to spend your life on this up and down roller coaster that is based on every pound, every pimple, every wrinkle, every article of clothing. And that's not who you are. And that's not what you're here for. So the choice of wearing white, for example, is just one of the many, many, many things that we do on a spiritual path to remind ourselves every minute, every moment of every day, who am I? Who am I? What's my focus? What's my priority? What's my identification? When we take vows of monastic renunciation and we start to wear saffron, it's a reminder to us, oh yeah, I am that, like the sun, the setting sun, the rising sun, that gives and gives its light, its warmth to all, with no discrimination, no hesitation, no expectation. As the sun shines, so shall I. As a monk, as a nun, as a renunciant, so shall I shine on all. So shall I every minute of the day, because the sun is always on. We look and we think, oh, the sun has set. But that's only because the sun is now on for our sisters and brothers in the other hemisphere. It's night here, pick up the phone, call people in Los Angeles, it's day. Sun is always on. And that life of the spiritual renunciant is one that is supposed to be always on, giving and giving and giving to all. It's also the color of fire, and fire purifies. And so it reminds us as we look down and we see the clothes, oh yeah, my mind, my thoughts, my actions must be pure. Let all of that ignorance, illusion, ego, separation, all of the lust and the greed and the aversion and the desires, the rag, the dvesh, the kam, the krodh, the lobh, all of these, let them all be burned in the fire. And that's what these clothes mean. But remember, the clothes are what we choose to reflect the identification we know on the inside. It's not just about the clothes. There are people who may wear white even every day. There are people who may wear saffron even every day, but whose minds, whose thoughts, whose lives, whose actions are not in alignment. And there are many who may go around in pants and shirts, jeans, shorts, skirts, whatever it may be, but who are actually living lives of deep spiritual purity, great spiritual heights. So it's not only about the clothes, but the clothes are a powerful reminder to us and to the world of what our choices are, our priorities are, our focuses are. And as we are here in this human incarnation and human karmic journey, we need all the reminders we can get of that true spiritual truth of who we are.